Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to looking at another Nerf blaster on the channel. My name is Luke Triton and today we are covering the Recon CS-6. Oh, this old thing. So the Recon CS-6 is the second blaster ever made by Nerf to use the updated magazine system. It comes with 4 attachments. It is spring powered with a priming handle on the top. It is not slam fire enabled, which makes this a very out of date blaster. But in this series we look at some Nerf blasters and we decide whether it's worth buying them if you don't have one already. So, the Recon CS-6. I love this blaster. Personally, it was one of the best ones I've ever had. This was the first Nerf blaster I ever bought as well. I can remember as a kid going into Argos, buying the box, coming home, and just having a great old time. It came with one magazine, but I have 2 for the display. And on that day as well, I destroyed all of my darts because I was pumping really hard and it was just really weird to try to put those darts back in the magazine. I was like, uh-oh, they're all broken, what do I do? But yes, this is very cool. Let's actually take all the attachments off to get a good look at the blaster itself. So this is a very old blaster. This was re-released as the Retaliator for N-Strike Elite. It was then replaced with the Modulus Recon Mark II, and then re-released again as the Delta Trooper. So this has got quite the legacy going for it. Again, as mentioned earlier, this is the priming handle on the top. The access door is opening like this. In order to get inside, it's fairly spacious for what it is, but back then that was, yeah, just as it was. Because it is a spring blaster, the tube comes up to here, which is why this massive cover is there. Some blasters still have this as well, which is a bit interesting, but at the same time I wouldn't mind a longer blaster to kind of cut off this back area here. Now we go into the attachments. The first thing is the stock, one of the best stocks Nerf had for a while, because it hold a magazine. If you had the Alpha Trooper, and I mean the original Alpha Trooper, you could fit that 20 dart drum in here as well, which was very cool, and most people did that. The Recon flip sight as well. Does anybody remember this one? It was somewhat re-released with the Long Strike, which had a flip piece at the front as well. This is very old, but I actually kind of like this because if you want to flip this back up again, you can actually position this sight piece itself to be in any position. So say you're using the Modulus ECS-10, you put this on the lower rail, you can put this up and then raise it to however you like, because you will be aiming down that top rail, which is quite cool indeed. Aiming it downwards, I don't know if you can see this, if I try and get out of the way. So you can see there's this tiny little gap cut in on both ends on the sight piece, and that's just so you can actually use this sight whilst aiming downwards. They both align, both the cutout section and the hole in the centre, to the flip sight at the front of the barrel, which is very good indeed. It would be a bit daft if it didn't line up, but it's not exactly accurate. I mean, come on, Nerf blasters aren't supposed to be accurate, they're toys. Another thing that wasn't accurate was the laser that it came with. It was one of 2 lasers that Nerf made as well. They had a single kind of release version of the laser, which was dimmer. It didn't have a rail, so it was pretty much worse. But this is something you can use for more builds than you think, because it has that tactical rail, which is very cool indeed. So in terms of customization, this comes with a hell of a lot of options. Of course, when you saw the original advert, you saw 3 different combinations, but even with today's Nerf blasters, you can still get a hell of a lot done. So, nice and quick episode because, well, yeah, this is the quick part. Now we go into the answer. So, of course, is this a blaster worth buying today? This is going to be another yes, where it's worth getting it for the attachments, not for the blaster itself. It was re-released as the Retaliator, which has updated internals. The Recon Mark II exists. The Delta Trooper exists. So why would you have this blaster in particular? But you get another barrel, you get a laser with a tactical rail, which is very cool, a flip sight, which is just something different, and another storage stock for the close quarters combat, I suppose. You wouldn't really use a stock like this, well, you wouldn't use this stock at all for anything really, but it's nice to have something different again. So it's got a good variety, but you wouldn't buy it for the blaster itself. Right, today it is a bit dark and dreary and it has just started to rain, so this will be a good time to wrap up this video. So nice and short, the blaster here is the Recon CS-6. If you find one for a good price that comes with all the attachments, or if you just find one with the attachments as listed, then yeah, get them, why not? You can spray paint over these attachments if you want to as well, because this barrel has been re-released again with the Retaliator. But you get the point, it's good stuff. So, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, nice and quick episode. Thank you all ever so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.